Shalom. This week's Sedra Behaloscha. There are always exceptions to the rule and people with extenuating circumstances. Even a rule written by God himself can't cover every possible scenario, and exceptions need to be made. The quintessential example of an exception to a Torah rule is found in this week's Torah portion with the laws of Pesach Sheni. At the beginning of this week's Torah portion, God commanded the Jewish people to offer the Pesach offering. This is what the pasuk said. Let the Jewish people offer the Pesach offering at its set time. You shall offer it on the 14th day of this month, Nisan, at twilight, at its set time. You shall offer it in accordance with all of its rules and rites. God recorded, Moshe instructed the Jewish people to offer the Pesach offering. And they offered the Pesach offering in the first month, on the 14th day of the month, Nisan, at twilight, in the wilderness of the Sinai desert. Just as the Lord had commanded Moshe, so the Jewish people did. For generations after this Pesach, the Jewish people offered the Pesach offering each year in the tabernacle, in the Mishkan, and later in the temple, in the Beit HaMikdash, on the 14th and 15th of Nisan. When the Jewish people lost the Beit HaMikdash, they celebrated, as we do today, with a Pesach Seder on the 15th of Nisan. Yet, there were some people who didn't offer the Pesach on the 15th of Nisan with the rest of the Jewish people, as read in our Torah portion. Listen to what the pasuk says. But there were some men who were tamei by reason of contact or exposure to a corpse, and could not offer the Pesach offering on the day everyone else offered it. Appearing that same day before Moshe and Aaron, these tamei men said to them, "We are tamei because we came in contact or were exposed to a corpse. Why must we be barred from presenting the Lord's Pesach offering at its set time with the rest of the Jewish people?" These people, tamei, and therefore disqualified from offering the Korban Pesach due to no fault of their own, wanted a chance to perform the mitzvah of offering the Korban Pesach. What was their basis, or what was the basis of their argument? In his commentary to this episode, Sforno explained the men's complaints. Seeing that the status of Tuma we have incurred was incurred in the process of our fulfilling a mitzvah of burying the dead, why should fulfilling the mitzvah result in being disqualified from fulfilling such an important mitzvah as offering the Pesach offering at the appointed time? The Sforno's explanation of the men's argument is simple. Why should people who did a mitzvah be punished by being prevented from fulfilling another mitzvah? The Chizkuni took a different approach in his explanation to the men's argument. He wrote, "Why are we not allowed to eat sacred meat while in a state of Tumah? Last year," they argued, "when we were in Egypt, we also ate sacred meat in a state of Tumah. The reason is that in Egypt we had not been warned not to eat sacred meat in Tumah." The Chizkuni's explanation showed how the people felt they should be permitted to offer the Pesach in Tumah, because in the past there was no prohibition in offering the Pesach in a status of Tumah. The Sforno and Chizkuni's different explanations teach a poignant lesson in proper attitudes toward performing mitzvos. In the Sforno's perspective, the people were looking to fulfill as many mitzvot as possible. It was unimaginable to them that the Jewish people would be prohibited from fulfilling the mitzvah of Korban Pesach as a consequence of observing a mitzvah. According to the Chizkuni, the people were trying to circumvent the rules, arguing if they've broken the rules before with no consequence, why can't they break the rules again? When considering mitzvot, our rabbis taught us not to view them as burdens, but rather as opportunities to better ourselves. The Sforno understood the Jewish people to possess that very attitude. On the other hand, the Chizkuni understood the people having the exact wrong attitude, excusing past prohibitions by claiming justification for prohibiting and violating them again. We must take the lesson of the Pesach Sheni and have the proper attitude towards mitzvot. What an important lesson. Shabbat Shalom.